One of the best things that I ever did was take this to-do list and throw it away. I had a life where I was achieving what I needed to achieve, right? I had the to-do list of life. I was going to the right schools, check, right? I went to grad school, check. I had a great job, check. I got married, I bought a house, I had a baby, check, check, check. And then it all just didn't go the way it was supposed to. The priorities, they became much more difficult. I was in an unhealthy and unsafe relationship. I wasn't being a good parent. My career basically stagnated at best. And I lost a lot of friendships in the process. Not to mention, really hurt, thankfully came back, but hurt a lot of my family relationships too. And suddenly I found myself as a single parent trying to figure out how I was going to make ends meet, having a lot more people who had a lot of say in what I should do, and I had to figure out how to prioritize all of it. And I realized that, well, first, let me say I didn't realize it right away. What I did is the normal thing. I went out and I tried to figure out how to organize my time and create a plan for each and every one of these things. Okay, this is how I need to fix my health. Okay, I'm going to go try that. And I'm going to do this step and this step and this step. Oh, this is how I do with the parenting. I'm going to try this step, this step, this step. And it didn't work. Neither did the health thing. My career, it wasn't working either. And all of these to-do lists, whether they were the big to-do list of life or these miniature to-do lists in my day-to-day or role by role, they just weren't working out for me. And I needed a different plan because I suddenly was in a position where all of these things mattered and they all mattered at once. And I had so many priorities, but I really couldn't drop the ball on any of them, right? I couldn't go focus solely on my career to make the money that I needed, but not also be a good parent to my son, especially as I'm going through this tumultuous time in our lives. And never did I want to really give that part up. I wanted to rebuild the friendships. I knew that I needed that I had let that go because of some unhealthy places in my life. But that was part of having a healthy relationship with others, was having a healthy relationship with myself. So none of the blueprints out there, none of the time organization techniques, none of the gurus out there, did they really work for me? I also couldn't just push myself through it, right? If I did that, I was just going to burn out. There was enough stress on my plate already that, you get to that point where you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get up the next day and keep doing this. I don't know how I can keep going. And I had to make some really tough choices. And it was just really awful because I had a kid on the line. I had our financial well-being on the line and just some really tough things to do. And so I had to find a different way of doing it because all these books that I was reading, all the advice I was getting from other people, it didn't help. And on top of that, there's all the burden of these expectations from other people. And here I was, this person who had done so well, right? I had the accolades, I had the degrees, and I had the job, and I had all these things that from an outward appearance would look like, oh, this should be easy for you. You're so smart, or you're so this, or you're so that. And it just, didn't cut it. So I came up with some other things to do. And what's really interesting about it is in the process, a couple things that I learned. One is I didn't need the to-do list in the same way. Sometimes I still write the to-do list, helpful to get it out of the head and onto paper. But using it and being stuck with it, feeling like it's only a matter of achievement or no achievement, is something that I was able to let go of and something that I was able to be more productive and more in the moment in each of these roles that I have in my life. And it was something that really took no more than about 30 seconds each time. And unless you're worried that I'm going to say you need to push your way through it, I already don't think that that's the way to do it. But also it's not about like being all zen, like, oh, let's live in the moment. Let's have like some happy family, like some happy, touchy-feely moment. No, I mean, I still like to do high-achieving things and And so it's not necessarily about the mindfulness. So even if you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not that kind of person, ways of connecting in that have nothing to do with whether you meditate or not, just things that actually multiply your time. And the other thing that I found along the journey that was really cool is that by doing these techniques with myself, I was able to actually better recruit other people to help support my mission and likewise support theirs. So, or some joint mission, like something at work or in the community. So all of these things together have really transformed my life so that it's not about checking things off a to-do list or checking things off an achievement list. I don't know if you've ever had one of those moments where you have worked so hard to achieve something and it happens and you get it and you're like, oh, was that it? And so getting past that, where it's not necessarily about, okay, now I have to go do something else. Let's stress, and let's get to the next achievement. And then I have to share that with everybody in order to feel good about it, or this feeling of letdown, or like, what do I do next? It's actually, I don't have the statistic in front of me, but it's statistically proven that people can actually get depressed after these really big, high achieving moments because we're so focused on the achievement. But when you let go of the to-do list, when you start using some other techniques, it's actually really frees you up and takes away that possibility of depression or feeling stuck or not knowing how to prioritize or how to get to that next thing, or procrastinating when suddenly your time frees up. You're like, oh, I can suddenly work on my priorities. And you find yourself searching through social media or watching Netflix. So all of these things can be given to you with just some really simple techniques. So this coming Wednesday, I am teaching a free web class, and it's about how to multiply your time for everything that matters to you. And I'm going to use a technique in there. Just one of the techniques I'm going to talk about is something that you can do in under 30 seconds, and it's really fantastic. It's something that's easy to remind yourself of, and it works very, very well. So I'm going to share that with you on this web class, and I'm very excited about it, along with a lot of other things, not only just how to get rid of that to-do list and start thinking about things in a different manner, but some of the key questions that you can ask yourself and others, and how to get other people to start pitching in to your process. So it's not just you, because I know that you might be on board with everything that you're trying to do, but then other people come along and they change those priorities, and they are not necessarily the advocates or cheerleaders that you need for what you're trying to accomplish, what your aspirations are in all these different roles in your life. So we're going to talk about all of that in this free web class. I am super excited to have all of you on, so please join in. There is a registration link in the comments. And again, let's just explore, what would it be like if you actually could let go a little bit of that to-do list and that need to achieve, and start thinking about other ways that you can multiply your time and be more immersed in everything that matters to you, whether that is work or family or friends, or even your relationship with yourself. So I look forward to having you there Wednesday. Please register using the link in the comments, and I will see you there. Thank you.